Subscribe to the channel and click the bell to stay up to date on content on self-discipline, focus, and personal development. You'll find simple, practical advice that's truly effective. Have you noticed that some people seem to have unwavering focus, while others live in a perpetual state of start and quit? The reality is, most people want to change their lives, but few have the means to stay the course. And it's not about talent, luck, or fleeting motivation. It's about self-discipline. You may have even made promises like, I start Monday, or this year will be different. But before you know it, the routine has caught up with you. The problem isn't you. The problem is not having good habits, the ones that sustain you on days when everything seems difficult. The good news? You can practice. Today, I'm going to show you 6 practical habits that people with iron discipline put into practice every day. And don't worry, nothing here requires perfection or magic formulas. These are simple changes, but with consistency, they can lead to a real-life transformation. If you're tired of starting over and stopping everything, of promising but never delivering, join me. It's time to create a routine that will bring you closer to your goals, boost your self-confidence, and free you from procrastination. Ready for a radical change? If there's one thing many people believe that ends up sabotaging their own progress, it's that discipline is a gift, something some possess and others don't. But the reality is, no one is born with self-discipline. It's like a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it gets. And it all starts with simple decisions, made daily, even when no one is watching. The foundation of self-discipline lies in the daily habits you consciously adopt. It's not about being perfect, but rather about developing a personal commitment to the person you want to become. Choose and get up early. Stick to your plans. And finish what you start. These are decisions that shape your character, even when they seem trivial. Imagine someone who wants to learn to play the guitar. If they wait for the impulse to come, they won't get anywhere. But if they devote 15 minutes a day to practice, they'll soon be playing with confidence. The same goes for disciplined self-control is built through small actions, even when motivation wanes. This is what separates those who progress from those who stagnate. The good news is that anyone can develop their self-confidence through regular practice. By realizing that you can make your own decisions, even the most difficult ones, you strengthen your identity and develop your capacity for action. And then everything changes: your concentration, your time management, your resistance to procrastination, and above all, your self-perception. Being clear about what you want is the first step to making self-discipline work. Without a defined goal, everything seems too good to be true, and it's easy to get lost in distractions or tasks that lead nowhere. Knowing exactly where you're going gives meaning to your willpower and daily habits. Remember that time you wrote down a list of goals and never look back at it? Magic happens when you write down your goals, make them visible, and review them daily. This keeps your mind focused and your heart in tune, strengthening your personal commitment. After all, discipline without direction is like running on a treadmill without moving forward. Additionally, having clear goals helps you keep your emotions in check. On tough days when you feel like giving up, remembering your reason for doing so makes all the difference. It's that sense of purpose that keeps you going, even when motivation is low. Therefore, investing time in setting your goals isn't a waste of time, it's a strategy. And the best part, having clear goals also helps you manage your time. With well-defined priorities, you learn to focus on what's important, thus avoiding procrastination and wasted energy. And little by little, this practice transforms your life, bringing you ever closer to your greatest potential. When we talk about self-discipline, many think of great feats or radical sacrifices. But in reality, the secret lies in small actions repeated consistently. It is these small daily habits that, when accumulated, generate profound and lasting transformations. For example, instead of trying to radically change your life all at once, start by spending 10 minutes reading a self-help book, such as Think and Grow Rich. This small action creates a snowball effect, filling your mind with ideas and motivation to keep moving forward. Additionally, These small gestures help strengthen your willpower and self-control. Over time, you create a routine where positive decisions come naturally and the effort to stay focused decreases because it becomes a habit. It's like brushing your teeth. You don't have to think twice about it. And here is an important tip. Don't get discouraged if results don't appear immediately. The power of discipline lies in daily action, even when there's no progress. Delayed gratification is a key to achieving ambitious goals and building a life that's truly worth it. Motivation won't always be on your side, and that's where self-discipline really shines. Sticking to your word, even when everything else is reaching out to you, is what separates those who achieve results from those who fail. On difficult days, this habit you've developed may seem overwhelming, but it's precisely in these moments that you need to strengthen your personal commitment. Remember, discipline is choosing to do what needs to be done, not what's easy or comfortable. Imagine you've promised yourself an hour to study an important project, but you're tired and discouraged. Forcing yourself to keep that commitment is like training your self-discipline, which strengthens each time you resist a temptation to give up. This constant practice of overcoming discomfort also builds your self-confidence and helps you control the emotions that try to sabotage you. Little by little, you'll come to understand that true freedom lies in acting on your principles, not your mood. When we think about change, we tend to want it all at once, and then discouragement quickly sets in. The good news is that self-discipline thrives when you start with small, easy-to-follow steps that build your commitment without overwhelming you. For example, if your goal is to improve your health, why not start with a 10-minute walk a day? Once you've established this habit, you can increase the duration or incorporate other activities. This gradual increase will help build your confidence and prevent you from giving up halfway. Plus, starting slowly helps you understand your limits and pace yourself without putting too much pressure on yourself. This way, your body and mind adapt naturally, making the habit sustainable, the real secret of discipline. And of course, each small victory strengthens your self-esteem and personal commitment, fueling a virtuous cycle. It's a game of patience and perseverance, but one that, over time, truly transforms your life, step by step. Our emotions are volatile. One day we're excited, and the next, discouraged. Therefore, relying solely on them to maintain discipline is a trap. Living by your principles is what ensures a solid foundation for your actions, no matter your mood. When you clearly define your values, such as responsibility, personal development, and self-love, your decisions align with the person you truly want to be. This develops self-control, which helps you manage life's emotional ups and downs. For example, even if you're tired or frustrated, if your guiding principle is dedication to your project, you'll act with commitment. This consistency strengthens your discipline and protects you from procrastination, which often occurs when emotions are at their lowest. The key here is to understand that your actions must be guided by your beliefs, not your current emotions. This deep connection to your principles is one of the greatest secrets to truly lasting life transformation. Time is a precious and limited resource, unlike money. It cannot be reclaimed. Therefore, consciously managing your daily life is essential to maintaining self-discipline and avoiding procrastination, which saps energy without producing results. Planning your day and setting blocks of focus for the most important activities helps you create a productive routine. By protecting these times from interruptions, you increase your productivity and strengthen your personal commitment to your goals. For example, reserve the early morning hours for tasks that require more concentration, such as studying or creative work. Use simple techniques, such as the Pomodoro technique, to stay focused and schedule strategic breaks to recharge. Also, remember to say no to distractions and unnecessary priorities. Managing your time thoughtfully means taking charge of your life, which builds self-confidence and paves the way for true personal growth. Have you ever heard the expression, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with"? It's not a cliche, it's a powerful truth that directly influences your self-discipline and personal development. Surrounding yourself with people who share your values, goals, and commitment strengthens your motivation to maintain healthy habits and discipline. They inspire you, motivate you, and help you avoid procrastination. Conversely, a negative social circle can sap your willpower and distract you from what matters most. Therefore, it's crucial to assess your environment and, if necessary, make bold decisions to seek out inspiring people. Remember, your environment and the people you choose influence not only your thoughts, but also your emotions and actions. A supportive circle is one of your best allies in maintaining rigorous discipline and achieving your goals. Many people think that discipline is about putting in intense effort every now and then. However, in reality, what really matters is what you do every day, even if it's just a little bit. Consistency has a much greater cumulative effect than peaks of productivity. For example, studying for 20 minutes a day is much more effective than trying to study for hours. This regular rhythm reinforces a habit and makes discipline a natural part of your routine. Additionally, consistency helps build self-confidence because you're accumulating proof every day that you can accomplish something. This keeps you from feeling incapable and gives you the strength to overcome procrastination. Ultimately, the secret to self-discipline lies in daily commitment, not momentary intensity. Small, regular efforts are the key to true life transformation. We often think of discipline as a boring obligation, a burden that deprives us of immediate pleasure. But in reality, it stems from self-love, a sincere desire to take care of ourselves and achieve a better life. Every decision you make with rigor is, in practice, a powerful affirmation that you deserve to grow, be happy, and achieve your dreams. By honoring your commitments, you strengthen your self-esteem and build a healthy relationship with yourself. For example, deciding to maintain an exercise or study routine isn't a sacrifice, it's a gift you give yourself. It's an investment in yourself and your physical, mental, and emotional health, and it's reflected in every area of your life. When we understand discipline as an act of self-love, it ceases to be a burden and becomes a source of energy for personal development, stimulating your growth with pleasure and meaning. Procrastination is one of the worst enemies of self-discipline. That moment when you know what you need to do, but end up putting it off, waiting for the right moment that almost never comes. To break this vicious cycle, the solution is simple: act immediately. When the idea is fresh and the motivation strong, take the first step, however small. Getting started is always the hardest part, but it's what creates the momentum needed to move forward. For example, if you have a large task, break it down into smaller parts and tackle the first one immediately. This reduces feelings of overwhelm and helps overcome the internal resistance that leads to procrastination. Over time, acting quickly becomes a powerful habit that combats procrastination, strengthens personal commitment, and accelerates progress toward your goals. Don't wait. Start now. More than achieving goals, the true power of self-discipline lies in building your identity and character. Every disciplined decision is a fundamental pillar of the person you want to be: a strong, determined, and responsible person. By keeping your commitments, you build your self-confidence and your ability to meet challenges, developing a growth mindset that transforms not only your actions but also your view of the world. This transformation goes beyond outward appearances. It impacts your self-esteem, self-love, and self-respect. Being disciplined is, at its core, an act of love and well-being. When you understand that discipline is a lifelong journey, you realize that every step you take builds a more fulfilling and authentic life, aligned with your values and dreams. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any life-changing content. Have you ever felt like something was missing from achieving your goals? That despite your willpower, your discipline slipped away in the most difficult moments? The good news is that self-discipline isn't a secret gift, but a skill you can develop. In this video, it'll share 6 habits that will help you develop iron discipline, capable of transforming your daily life and, most importantly, your life. Imagine being able to control your emotions, overcome procrastination, and stay focused even in the most challenging moments. Sounds difficult? Maybe you just need to understand what really makes a difference in creating strong, consistent habits that align with your values. Get ready to discover how small actions can lead to big changes. If you're tired of starting and never finishing, self-sabotaging, or feeling like your potential is stagnating, it's time to make a change. Let's learn together the secrets of self-discipline that successful people apply every day. And stick with it until the end, because the last habit is the one that can change everything forever.